What's going on, people? It's your man, the White B. But once again, big shout out to my doggy Tyson133 underscore for coming through and boosting up the coins. So, we got an update regarding Anthony Johnstua. Yeah, we've seen the allegations. Apparently, he's retiring. Here's the moody post he put out on Instagram. It's probably a day or two old, I'm not gonna lie about it, but here we go. He says, shout out to at Mandingaroom Boxing, which is obviously Eddie Hearn's outfit. Eddie Calvin Candy Hearn's establishment. Colonial establishment. Almost, I think they even may have predated colonial times. They were like the founders. I think him and Columbus discovered the new world, something like that. I think it was Barry the Senior the Seventh. Anyway, he's not playing, man. Barry the Senior. He was Barry the Seventh, man. Barry Hearns the Seventh. He's the one who discovered the new lands with Columbustine. Yeah, look into that one. It's definitely a Columbustine as well. Christopher Columbowitzberg. That's who it was. I swear down. Look into it. It's crazy. Anyway, we're off topic here, man. Let's get to it. Okay, shout out to at Matchroom Boxing. Boxing, my voice is bugging. Shout out to Matchroom Boxing for all you have done for me and continue to do for me, Massa. You know, yeah, Massa, please, Massa. 3 bags full, Massa. Come on, man, Johnston. What he's done for you? What has he really done for you? These men are just intermediaries. They sit there digging pocket. Oh, yeah. Oh, they promoted me. All right. You did all the hard work. So obviously, Eggy Hearns give AJ a pinch under the table and told him to do some glazing because Matchroom's finished. Turkey's finished Matchroom. Frank Warren's half finished Matchroom as well. I don't know what Eggy Hearn's been doing. I think he's been hanging at the back of Australian brass and broads. That's what I think he's been doing, man. To be honest here. He took his after game. Well, then again, Sky the Succubus Nicholson. You don't necessarily have to take your after game. They just get in your head. Bottom line, man, the Succubus. Look into it. Yeah, these are mythical ancient creatures. They've been around. Okay, the Succubus. That's what they do. They've been here since time began. Look at Adam and Eve, right? That's a succubus right there. So don't play with me. Eggy was on his job, dominating boxing. And then he starts hanging at the back of an alleged Australian succubus. And it's been one of them for him. He ain't been seeing straight. What's he been doing? Who's he got? Who's he got, man? He ain't got no fighters, man. He ain't got no stable. I couldn't understand how is Frank Warren? He's got all the fighters. What's Eggy been doing, man? Oh, he's been playing pub games. He's been investing in darts and pub games. That's his niche now. That's where his edge is. He don't do boxing no more. Name me, what's the last good signing he's got? What, Bam? 110. Bam's good, yeah, but he's 110 pounds soaking wet. Yeah? That's like watching Sports Day, basically, for your kids, right? You might as well go to Sports Day. I like Bam. He's good. He's good. But it's like a kid's child's Year 4 Sports Day, man. No one's watching that shit. Bottom line, I can't tell you one fight of his I've watched. Sorry. And I lean more towards the hardcore, right? I haven't watched none of his fights. Bottom line, man. I haven't watched them. That's what you got. What you been doing, Eggy? The math ain't mathing for me. This is your job. You're always flying around everywhere. Right? Flying everywhere and you ain't got no signings. And Frank's been picking them all up. And you'd think, institutionally speaking, Eggy... He's got Queensbury's probably worth 100 mil, maybe, right? Iggy's worth a bill, so you'd think he'd be the one splashing out and signing somebody's crop, especially now he's in a drought. This is a drought right now for Matchroom, Mandingaroom. Anyway, AJ comes out glazing Massa Hearns off. Thank you, Massa, for all you've done for me and continue to do for me. Long may you reign supreme. Hey man, listen, Stephen from Django. Sounding ass dude, man. Long may you reign supreme. What's wrong with this Mandinga here, man? What's wrong with him? What interest do you have in the reign and supremeness of Mandingaroom? I don't even think AJ's cut in on Matchroom. He probably should have been, though, to be honest. I don't know, maybe he is, but if AJ owns 5, 10, or even a percent of what's it called? Even a percent's worth 10 mil. But either way, if he owns some stake in Matchroom, it makes sense. But outside of that, he just sounds like a cucked Mandinga, washed up Mandinga to me. Long may you reign supreme and keep your foot on fighters' necks. No, he doesn't say that. He says, and keep giving fighters opportunities to become champions and make boxing great. 12 years ago, that's also another. 12 years a slave ago, yeah. I signed with you, allegedly, and 12 years later, I will throw my last punch with you. Thank you, Massa. Thank you, Massa. It's an honour for me to fight for you, man. I love fighting for you, Calvin, man. You the best, Massa, man. You made me... You know I loves to fight for you, Massa. Oh, this is nuts, man. I don't know what's wrong with this guy, man. I don't know what's... Listen, they made money together. We understand that. But it's business. What's all this thanks for? As you get older, you do become more estrogenic. But we was doing business together end of the day. Yeah, what favours has Eggy Hearn really done AJ? I think on a net basis, AJ did more for Eddie, bottom line. If that makes sense. AJ was the one Olympic gold medalist. Could Frank Warren have got him there? Maybe not in exactly the same way. Nothing is exactly the same way, but it's not miles off, is it? It was AJ's the talent. What did Eddie Hearn? It's not like Eddie Hearn. What did Eddie Hearn have before AJ as well? He was nothing. It's not like Eddie had the DAZN thing at that point. Eddie was all established. And then AJ's come along and hopped on the bandwagon. They rose together. Eddie's biggest one was Froch versus Groves. 2. It was around that time. I think AJ even fought on the undercard there. But that was what a one-off. Yeah? Calvin Candy Jr., yeah, he was doing, what's that thing called? Yeah, Hay versus Fraudley Harrison. Oh my. He was basically the start of Misfits. Eggy Hearn started Misfits, man. Fraudley Harrison versus David Hay was the first Misfits show, bottom line. Yeah, that's like KSI and Fake Paul, man. Seriously, it was rubbish. No good. Proper no good. Anyway, AJ goes on, royalty and loyalty is a perfect match for the great good. A toast to another 100 years of Mandinga Room. Yeah, listen, man. This guy like Steven from Django, bottom line. There's no other way to put it. That's how all I can keep hearing is, Massaball. I'm sorry, Massaballs. Yeah, look at this guy here, look. A toast to another 100 years of colonial reign from Mandinga Boxing. Come on, man. He then goes on to finish on this. If I could start from scratch, I wouldn't change SHIT. So it's a bit of a weird one, right? Let's assume you've got 3 or 4 fights left. Would you be doing this kind of post? Now, I do have an alternative theory. I think he might not be retiring. Yeah, but there's no doubt about it. This looks like a retirement post, right? Thank you for all you've done for me. And he says here, 12 years ago I signed with you, and 12 years later I will throw my last punch with you, implying this year's his last year. Which it feasibly could be. Well, Fury's not coming back to 26, but it could be that they fight, for example, March 26 and then September 26, and that would be more or less... I think he signed with them when? I don't know when he signed with them. It might have been 2014, actually. Mightn't it? I don't think it was 2013. Let's have a quick look. Let's do some providence here, man. Let's do some research right now for the masses. Anthony John Stewart, box rec. Let's have a look right quick. Because it was 2013. No, it was 2013. So that means 12 years. They might have even signed in 2012. Let's have a quick look. 2013, no, it was October 2013. So 12 years would be October of this year. But it could be 12 and a half years. Oh, no, who gives a I couldn't really... Listen, man, I'm just trying to make the numbers up. I've got 2 videos a day to do, so here we are. It's one of the day I couldn't give a fuck, to be fair, what Johnson He's finished. He's made a bunch of money. He's doing better than me, but he's finished in this game, bottom line. He's finished, man. He's been finished as well. Most of these new age, man, they don't even start for me. They don't even start. I don't even get... They just don't know what they're doing in there when you look at the old... Watch all the old school fights, man. The new age, man, they get hit once and it ruins them. Yeah? I've been watching old school fights recently. You know all the fights I'm talking about, man. Go back and watch the old school, man. They get hit about 20 times per round, bigly, and they're just still in there. right? These new age men get clocked once and they're like, oh, they stay hit for like the next 5 years or indefinitely and never the same again. There's not one guy I can think who's took a shot and who's been the same. Really. OIB, Fury versus Wilder. Those were pot shots though. Wilder wasn't licking his head. 10, 15. Watch Ray Mercer versus Tommy Morrison. Two dudes who are probably lost to history in that sense. Right? Watch that. In there having a fight. Yeah, proper fight. Or Ike versus Tour, or there's a whole bunch. I'm not a historian, but you know what I'm talking about. Foreman and Lyle, I think someone mentioned. Yeah? You see what I mean? These new age men are no good. Got too much Instagram. But anyway, my theory on why I don't think he's retiring, but it could be. And either way, even if he's not retiring, talking like this, he's finished. Even if it wasn't obvious he was finished, talking like this, oh, thank you, may you reign, Massa. You were good as a Massa. You the best. Oh, you know what I mean? What's wrong with this guy? Yeah, but even if he wasn't physically finished, psychologically, a bit like Tyson Fury for me, recently saying, which we've mentioned, and which is why I don't want to see Fury versus Usyk 3. I've got to think about my brain health. Now, that is illogical. No one's disputing that. Oh, AB, of course he does. Well, f*** off then. Yeah? Yeah? I've heard there's a whole bunch of retired people who are prospecting to have their landscaping done, their roofing, yeah? Their drives doing. So Tyson, get into that business, man. Get into his family business. Old folks and fake repairs, allegedly. Right, get into that. There's always, everyone's getting old every day, so there's always a crop of old, naive people, yeah? Right? That's what Tyson Fury could do, for sure. Documented what he could do. Don't hang around here. Yeah? The sport's been bad for about 20 years. We don't need hangers-on who are telling you they don't want to fight. Oh, I need to enjoy my retirement. Well, fuck off then. What are you doing hanging around here for? I don't get it. I don't understand. You couldn't turn up against Usyk twice. I don't want to see the third time. Well, YB, he needs to get paid. Alright then. You man dig your pockets out then. YB Chisel needs to get paid, to be fair to him. He's made loads of millions. What do you mean he need to? Well, you think I don't need to get paid? What are you talking about? Right? We all need to get paid. It's not the point, though. It's supposed to be sport. Right? Anyway, I don't know whether Eggy Hearn paid him to do this post. There have been talks of AJ versus Tony Yoka, and that kind of segues me. I'm going to do a separate video on it, but if they're going to do AJ and Tony Yoka, I'd rather just see AJ and Dave Allen. Yeah? Right? Who gives a about Tony Yoka? Who cares about him? Oh, talk sport. There was double gold medalist. What, Yoka's been washed, man. No one's interested in him. I don't mean Dave Allen hasn't been washed, but at least I think AJ and Dave Allen will sell the O2 out indefinitely. Yeah? AJ and Yoka, what's that going to sell? That ain't going to sell. You might be lucky. You might have to do that at the Copper Box, the Copper Bash, or the York Hall. That's honestly... Yeah, if AJ's coming back in December, Eggy Hearn needs to start inquiring about the York Hall for December, honestly. If he's doing Yoka, no one wants to watch that rubbish, man. Because it's not like AJ... Before AJ had a belt, he could sell the O2 out with any bum. Any bare bum in the shower. But now he ain't. He probably... There's still a whole bunch of cucked masses who will go and pay for it. But Dave Allen, you might as well... No one will ever convince me that at this point in time... Someone cares about some French Donny who's been punched out a bunch. Some light-skinned French Donny who's been weighed in a bunch of times. No one's interested watching that. You might as well get Dave Allen in there. At least it's got the whole British angle. But I don't know what Eggy's doing. Eggy's throwing Dave Allen in there with Makhmudov and Nafandaral. Right? Now, Nafandaral, he'd like Yoka. He looked washed up, but... Why are you putting Dave in there with Makhmudov for? It's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. What's wrong with Eggy? Is he not thinking straight? Oh yeah, let's put Dave Allen in a fight no one cares about at all. A hard fight. Just because Caballero punched him up, that don't mean Dave Allen's going to do it. Yeah? And I think... Anyway, I've digressed about Dave Allen versus Makhmudov, but I'll talk about that separately. I don't want to spend another 20 minutes ranting about that, but my last theory why AJ's put this post out, it sounds low-T and he's reminiscing, is this. Now, I'm probably going to do a separate video on this, but this video leaked here. And it's AJ in Shagaluf. For all intents and purposes, he's in Shagaluf, right? Yeah, this is AJ in Shagaluf. And this was literally at the same time he put this post out. I can't really play it. I can't play the audio, but you get the point. AJ's basically rapping at the club. There's a few brass there. More time there's a few brass. Yeah. He watched my videos. I told him too many man, and he bought some brass. I was like, alright, listen, I can't knock the game. Whether he stole my bars or not, at least he on point. Because normally there's too many man around Johnson. There's always too many man around these dudes, man. How you can have all that money, yeah? All that money and all that clout, and all I see is man. I'm thinking, oh, how are they doing that? Right? If I had all that money and clout, you just see me with brass and maybe a couple of man. Right? Maybe a couple of, maybe not. It might just be brass in the back, to be fair. There wouldn't be no man there. Man for what? Yeah? To share my brass with? You man are bugging. I don't need to share my brass with no other dudes, man. You bugging, man. Yeah, you ain't coming on the tour bus. This is the broad tour bus. You man gets in on. That's what he not doing, man. You don't play with the YB in his brass. That's what you don't do, man. I told you, man, before. Yeah? And this ain't no Diddy shit. You understand? I ain't sharing no females, and you best believe it. So don't come around here. Oh, YB, Anyway, the point is, AJ's here. He's got his shades on top of his head, yeah, and he's buzzing. Now, how does that relate? Bear in mind, these two videos came out more or less the same time. I believe AJ was off to Nigel Benz. He was off to Mickey's, yeah. Probably for one of the first times in his career. Okay, he's off to Mickey's. And he's got back, and everyone's there. He's sitting there just buzzing on his phone, and he's like, oh, I love you so much, Eggy Massa Hearns. I think it could be one of them. Because long may you reign supreme. He's feeling too nice. His toes are tingling. Yeah. He's probably laying next to Skins kind of thing. I'm only messing. He's not laying with Skins, but you get the point. He's laying in bed. He's still buzzing. His fingers are tingling, and he's thinking about what's happened in the past. That's also possible. Who knows? Time will tell. Should he retire? I couldn't give a fuck. I'll watch his fights for free, obviously, if he does fight again. And if he doesn't, he doesn't. I think he probably will. End of the day, yeah, these are young men. These are 34, 35-year-old men. And this is all they've known. Rightly or wrongly, it's all they've known. Yeah. AJ's been knocked out cold now. He's got nothing really to hide from or be scared of. I know for a fact, if the Fury fight was on a plate, that would be happening twice. Now, I think AJ not deserves that. He's not going to be starving without it, but that's what the last 10 years is supposed to have been about, really, and we still haven't got it. But we've been saying that for months now, but that is the fight to make if anything's going to happen. I don't know what Turkey's doing with Usyk and Fury 3, and I pray that's not the case, because no one wants to see it. Turkey should be saying, I don't know what Turkey... It's weird, Turkey loves Fury, yeah, but he ain't sorted the judges out, right? And it's not like Turkey's Tyson Fury's Floyd Mayweather or Mike Tyson, where he does massive numbers. Tyson Fury doesn't do numbers like that, not in a historical sense. He's not a massive ticket seller. He's more of like a British dash global. He's not a global, like, whoa. Fury's never done 1 million buys in the States, for example. He's the biggest-ish thing we've got, but it's not like you need to glaze him like that. Fury thinks he's a massive, whoa, but he's not really, historically speaking. He's not. Because he would have done 1 million in the States, minimum. That's a bare minimum requirement. Entry level is 1 million in the States to be in that conversation, in my opinion. I think Wilder and Fury did like 600k, 700k, which is not bad, but it's not enough to justify digging him up and pumping him out. The Turkey should be saying, listen, Fury, If you want to fight again, we got AJ, and I'll pay you well for it. Or otherwise, yeah, my auntie needs landscaping done. Right? That's what offers Turkey should be given to Tyson Fury. And maybe Tyson says no. I don't. Why wouldn't Tyson want AJ though? That's how you know Tyson's political. He's thinking like, oh well, Dubois knocked him out in 5, and I might go life and death with him. But you shouldn't be thinking like that. And the fact Fury don't really want to get in there with AJ tells you everything you need to know about Usyk fight. If Fury should be saying, I'm going to plaster AJ, and then I'm getting the gap tooth. Oops. That'd be a perfect prelude. Yeah? Fury's lost twice. He needs to get at least one good win. And same as AJ. If AJ knocked out or did a job on Fury, I wouldn't be gagging for it. Certainly not before Parker and Caballero, but alright. At least there's a bit of narrative there. Both of these two dudes coming off losses. How can you come off 2 losses back to back? Well, AJ's off 1 cold loss, and Fury's off 2 losses back. How can you come and get straight back in it, an undisputed fight? Come on, Turkey. Come on. Hey man, whoop-de-whoop. I forgot to mention as well, the YB's Patreon has got an updated, deep analysis of Usyk versus Minimus Duquitius Part 2. Yeah, we go through the footage, all the footage, we play it. Obviously, we can't play it on YouTube because the DAZN, listen man, DAZN ain't put us on. If this was another channel DAZN was hanging out the back of, we'd be able to do it on YouTube, but we can't. So we got it on Patreon. Here's a clip, I'll play the audio. But you saw what Matthias did. Dubois hopping and not bringing his feet in. How long do you think a big stiff idiot can hop around that for? Go on. Walk into him now. Oh, you're getting boxed up. I should have known at this point. And to be fair, go on, Danny. That's it again. Second phase. Oh, he's faffing it. Go on, Danny. And again. You got to walk plod in, man. He's not bringing his feet in. He's reading the feints. His head needs to be down. His chin needs to be down. And he's to walk to storm the beach of Normandy. He's trying. Oh, the bar's getting plopped right on the side of his chops. Look, he's getting backed up. Alright, people, so click that link, man, and put me on. Let me dig your pocket. There's no doubt about it. Bush.